Welcome to part 3 of how to use your lead squeeze. So just to recap, again, here's the blank lead squeeze. That is just the template.xls that I saved in my real estate folder. Now again, what you would just do is copy your data into the lead squeeze. So here's the data. Again, I just select all by either hitting Control A or going to edit select all. I go to edit copy or hit Control C if you like to use your keyboard shortcuts. Again, I can right click and paste, or like the directions say, hit Control V. I like keyboard shortcuts because they keep things fast, which is great. So now everything is input into your lead squeeze properly, and you can just play around with a few different features so you can get a good understanding of how to go through this. Now again, this has every field from the MLS that your realtor would see. So to go through it, there are three major functions you're going to want to know. The first is filtering, the second is sorting, and the third is pulling up your fields tab. So let's go through filtering first. Now to filter, you can come and click any of these little gray areas or gray arrow boxes, and you can basically select only the ones that are coming up with X's. So let's say I don't want to select all, I just want to select the ones that have X's up here. And I hit OK. And it'll pull out only the listings where the seller is willing to do owner financing. So that's a nice little handful. Now I also wanted to try to use the sort feature to go through these more efficiently. Let's say I want to sort and look at the properties that not only want to look at owner financing, but where the seller is also willing to do a lease option. I can come here and again click the same gray arrow box, and I'll sort from Z to A to get the X's to the top. Now the X's are actually higher than the A's, so if you can consider the alphabet going from a blank to A, B, C, then that's why you want to sort backwards. Because if I sorted from A to Z, it would just mean that these are on the bottom. So if I have a long list, I want to be sure to pull everything with the X to the top. So again, Z to A. So this will pull out only the ones where they're willing to do owner financing and the lease option. Now I can even sort further and come to my status field and sort these in any way and look at only the ones where the active listings are owner financing and lease options. So you can go through a few different ways just to pull out only the ones that you want. Now you have sold properties here, expired properties, withdrawn properties. So I might go through my actives first and then of course go through my expired and withdrawns so that I can find the seller and talk to them directly. So even though this is a nice little handful, there's a lot that you can do with this. So imagine, going through the rest of the 1,000 with the other parameters that we have in your lead tracker program, which we'll go over next. So let's unfilter this and just select all and hit OK. And I want to show you the third box, which is the field finder. So these will be the yellow boxes. These are the ones that you can change. But a quick note about sorting before we move forward. Now when you're sorting, Excel will hold the last sort that you did's memory and then continue to sort. And what I mean by that, let's say that I sort first by just from smallest to largest, I guess, by my statuses. And there we go again. The blanks are smaller, so I have to go by largest to smallest. So all my withdrawns are sorted out. All of my solds are sorted. All of my expireds are together. So these will remain together in the next sort that I do. So I can come here and sort by the owner financing and see that even though it pulled all the owner financing to the properties to the top, it still keeps the sorting here where the statuses are still together. So the next sort I do will keep the owner financing people together, and the next sort I do will keep whatever I did next together. So just keep that in mind. So again, moving forward to the field box. Now I'll click on the yellow box and notice that another gray area or gray arrow appeared to the right here. So let me unclick and click somewhere else, and just to show you one more time, I'm going to click on the tax value field here, and notice that again this gray arrow box will appear here. So when I click this one, it'll give me every single field that is available on the MLS. So I might want to look by year built here, or I might want to look at, let's say I'm using Microsoft Streets and Trips or another location program, and I want to look at latitude and longitude and put those in there. So you can put any fields you want in the MLS, or that's available in the MLS, from this field chooser. Let's go back to year built, because that's actually one of the fields for the lead tracker. Now, I don't really want to filter this, because if I go through and only look at properties that were built in 1954, that's not really helpful. So it's best to sort this. So I'm going to sort from largest to smallest, because again, it's usually best to go backwards. And this way I can come down to the latest or the oldest properties and look for the ones that were built from perhaps 30 years ago and on. And again, I might want to sort here, and then I can use my filter here to look at only the active properties. So let's deselect everything and only choose the active properties. And I'll select OK. So these are only active properties with their year built sorted with the year built going in descending order. So I can come up here and actually look at only the older properties and choose only their MLS numbers to research further. So again, you can mix and match so many different features that it's really helpful to use the lead tracker program to give you some direction, but please feel free to come in and play around with the different variations of filtering, sorting, and using your fields here to figure things out. So have fun with that, and that is lesson 3. Now move forward to lesson 4, where we'll actually show you how to move forward with some advanced techniques and to start using some of the lead tracking suggestions for using year built, days on market, and things of that nature. So this was the lead squeeze lesson for number 3, and move on to number 4 if you'd like to, again, get some advanced techniques.